Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again drops tomorrow, and if you're not caught up, you might be completely lost because Season 1, well, it didn't just bring Daredevil back. It broke Matt Murdock down to his lowest point, handed New York over to Kingpin, and ended with the city on the brink of war. So before everything escalates to Season 2, here's a quick rundown on how we got here. Of course, major Season 1 spoilers are ahead. We reunite with Matt Murdock, Foggy Nelson, and Karen Page, but that reunion doesn't last long. In a brutal opening sequence, Bullseye murders Foggy, sending Matt into a rage that nearly pushes him to kill Poindexter. Or Bullseye. That moment changes everything. A year later, Matt has hung up the suit. No Daredevil, no Nelson and Murdock, Karen's gone, and Matt starts over with a new firm and a new relationship. But he's not at peace. He's just suppressing everything. Meanwhile, Wilson Fisk is playing a completely different game. He runs for mayor of New York City on an anti-vigilante platform, and wins. Now Fisk isn't just a crime boss, he's the law. And while he presents himself as a changed man, behind the scenes, he's still manipulating, controlling, and slowly building something much bigger. Matt tries to stay on the legal side, defending cases like Hector Ayala, who's secretly the vigilante known as White's Tiger. Matt wins the case, but it doesn't matter, as moments later, Hector is murdered anyway. That's the turning point. The system doesn't work. Justice in the courtroom isn't enough, and that is what Matt firmly believes. At the same time, a serial killer called Muse starts terrorizing the city. When Matt's new girlfriend Heather becomes the target, he finally snaps back into action, and Daredevil returns. And once he's back, there's no going halfway. Fisk creates an Anti-Vigilante Task Force, a unit that basically is a legalized militia. They're violent, corrupt, and completely loyal to him. Fisk uses them to control the narrative, eliminate threats, and turn public opinion against heroes. By the end of the season, there's no hiding what he is or what he's doing. He's building a system where he is the system. Matt eventually uncovers the truth. Foggy was killed because he discovered a massive corruption scheme tied to Fisk's operations, and even worse, Vanessa was the one who ordered the hit on Foggy. That revelation sets everything into motion. The season then explodes into utter chaos. Bullseye escapes. He then tries to kill the mayor, who is saved by Matt Murdock. Fisk locks down New York City. The city defends its violence, and Daredevil is pushed to the absolute limits with the help of his friend Punisher. But of course, at the core of Matt Murdock's being, he still refuses to become a killer. By the end of Season 1, Fisk has total control of New York. Vigilantes are outlawed. The city is essentially under martial law, and Daredevil realizes he can't win alone. So what does he do? He starts building an army at one of our favorite OG spots, Josie's Bar. And as we see in the trailers and the news, a lot more of his friends will be joining us very soon. What are my final thoughts, though, on Season 1, Daredevil Born Again? It's really about one thing, breaking Matt Murdock down so he can rebuild. By the time we reach the finale, this isn't just a hero story anymore, it's a war story. And Season 2, war is about to begin. But what did I personally think of the show? Honestly, I really liked it. With the original Daredevil series, it always took me a little bit to fully buy in. Honestly, I wasn't there until the Punisher showed up. But here, the show grabbed me right away. Now, I'm not saying that this is better than the original. Just personally, early on, I've enjoyed this more. Visually, this series is fantastic. The use of red hues to the transitions and the callbacks to the past, there's a ton of attention to detail to the character and the original series. It really helps us set the tone and consistently remind you of what weight Matt is carrying. What I love the most is the parallel between Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk. This isn't just Matt's story, it's Fisk's too. This show does a great job reinforcing that these two are forever linked. Different paths, same level of obsession. It's what makes their dynamic so compelling. Talking about episode 5 specifically, is it a filler episode? Yes, it is. But but I think it's a filler episode done right, and we've talked a lot about filler episodes here on the channel. It feels like a standalone comic book story, a side quest that lives in the world but tells its own contained narrative, and honestly, I really enjoyed it, and that's what you need if you're going to do a filler episode. One of my favorite moments is when Matt takes a bullet for Fisk right after we get the line, because that's what good men do, right? Defend their worst enemies. That's Daredevil at his core, and it's incredible stuff, and I really enjoyed the BB Urich storyline of intertwining that back into the original series. I'm excited to see where it goes. There's definitely some potential for betrayal inside Fisk's inner circle. And we do know that Mayor Fisk will not be the mayor for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So at the very least, we know that he gets uprooted by the end of this season. Maybe it has to do with someone in his administration. On the flip side, Kirsten McDuffie, or aka Matt's new attorney at law partner, she feels a bit underdeveloped. Now, she's put in very important situations, but the show just doesn't give her enough time this season because they can't. There's no more time to give to land emotionally, and so when some conflicts arise, it doesn't quite hit like it did between Matt and Foggy. I think we'll get there certainly, but in season 1, that would be a gripe if I had one. Overall, that said, I really enjoyed this season. It's got action, strong character work, great villains, courtroom drama, and oh yeah, even a sprinkle of political elements mixed in. It's a packed season, but it works. But those are just my thoughts on Daredevil Born Again Season 1. Come back on Wednesday as we will have our review and talk about the first episode of Season 2. And don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to work our way to 1,000 subscribers before the release of Avengers Doomsday. We thank you for watching, and now if you've got some time, you can go refill that popcorn bucket.